He clears it out to Turley. Turley fakes, will drive all the way. Right-hand layup is good. For number 11, JT Turley. JT Turley coming in with averaging 15.1 points per game. And now foul away from the ball. Let's see who they call that on. They are going to call that on number 1, Connor Brown. That's his first. That's the second team foul for the Davis Darts. Looking to inbound is Tillman Hewish, who just checked in. Now back to Anderson for three from the left wing, and it's off. Bessinger gets the board and clears it. Turley's going to go all the way with the right-hand layup, and another bucket for JT Turley. So the Darts take their first lead of the game. Now Hewish is going to drive inside. Gets a little shot to roll around the rim, and it's off. Turley will clear to Bessinger. Now to Brown. Back to Turley. Cross-court pass, and it's in the corner to Brower. Now Brown is going to drive the alley. Right-hand layup is good for number 1, Connor Brown. 3 straight layups, just driving straight to the hoop for the Darts. Rosenloff, nice backdoor cut, and he gets the layup. And a steal now. And Hewish finds Rosenloff with the layup, and it's off, but they're going to call a foul. We'll see if they call that on... They will call that on JT Turley. That's his second. Third team foul, and it will be in the act of shooting. So Rosenloff, who just got a bucket, will get a couple free throws. The first one rims out. He'll get another. And it's short. Bessinger gets the board. And now Turley will control it for the Darts. Turley thought about the three, gets it to Brower. Turnaround jump shot. Oh, sweet. Cameron Brower gets his first bucket of the game. And the Darts lead at 8-4 early. Schul now over to Howe. Howe on the right wing. Finds Anderson, but it's taken away by JT Turley. Turley now leading the break. He will get it back out to Brower for three. And it's off the front of the rim. The Pioneers will get possession now. They work it around the horn to Hewish. Hewish is bumped and fouled. I think they're going to call that on number 5, Dylan Peterson. And they do indeed. So Dylan Peterson gets his first foul. Now that's the fourth team foul for the Darts, so they need to be careful. Number 23, Gus Van Brocklin, and number 25, Austin Taylor, will check in for the Darts. Now to Rosenloff, straight away. Rosenloff gets it off to Hewish, back up to Schul. Schul's going to drive inside. Scoop hand layup is off, and a fight for the board. They'll call that possession to the Pioneers. .248 left in the first period. Anderson now drives inside. Free throw line jump shot is off the back of the iron, and a loose ball is taken by Isaac Smith, and lots of deflected passes, and they're going to call a travel for Schul. Didn't put the ball on the floor first. Nice defense by the Darts. After the turnover, they were able to get some deflections and cause some chaos defensively on that possession for the Pioneers. JT Turley will cross the timeline for the Darts. And Bessinger now kicks it out, and a straight line drive. Nice recovery there by Rosenloff. And Brown will go to the hoop and gets the right hand layup to go. Connor Brown gets his second bucket of the period. And Schul with a step back jump shot rims out. 10-4, just under 2 minutes left in the first period. Turley now. Didn't put the ball on the floor first. That's what they called Schul for on the other end. A traveling violation. So the Pioneers now trailing 10-4. See if they can get a good possession here. Smith now up to Rosenloff. Smith now for three, off the back of the iron, a fight for the board. Schul comes away with it, and he turns it over. Bessinger with the steal. Gage Van Brocklin now crosses the timeline to Gus Van Brocklin. Now to Austin Taylor, back to Brown for three, money! Connor Brown with 7 points in this period. Oh! Making it a 13-4 game for the number 7 ranked Davis Darts. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text them at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. .119 left in the first period. The Darts lead it 13-4. We'll see what Coach Bromley for the Pioneers drew up, what adjustments he's made for the Pioneers. To Reed, to Rosenloff. So they work it around the perimeter to Isaac Smith. Smith now almost loses the handle, but gets it back. Tries to find Anderson, but Rosenloff recovers. And a steal by Connor Brown. He's going to go all the way untouched for the layup. And the Darts take their first double-digit lead. 15-4. 37 seconds left. About 13 seconds difference between the game shot clock and shot clock. Reed finds Schul. Schul will pull up for three, and it's off the back of the iron. The board goes to the Pioneers. Rosenloff down low. Kicks it out to Anderson for three. Splash! Nice shot by number 4, Trevor Anderson. Bessinger, he'll try a three of his own. Money! So that's going to do it for the first period. The Darts lead at 18-7. We'll be back in just a moment on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to the Rewind Sports Network, streaming on KSLSports.com as we head into the second period. The Darts lead at 18-7. Now Schul drives the alley, scoop hand layup is off, and a nice board to number 14, Cameron Brower. Brower out to Austin Taylor. They work it around. Checking in, or Gage Van Brocklin with it. Brower drives, and it's tipped out by the Pioneers. Isaac Smith will check back in. Looks like Bessinger is also going to try to check in. Bessinger with the three to end the period there. Turley now drives the lane, kicks it out for three, in and out as that shot comes off the rim for number 23, Gus Van Brocklin. Rosenloff finds number 10, Tuck Howe, who goes up and draws the foul. Personal foul called on Traden Bessinger. And in the act of shooting, so Howe will shoot a couple free throws. First one is no good. And the second for Howe is good. So Tuck Howe has three in the game, all coming from the free throw line. (18-8), 7:08 left in the second period. JT Turley straight away. Goes around the screen of Bessinger. Bessinger, nice spin move with the scoop hand layup. Oh, tough move by Traden Bessinger. Schul now double teamed. Anderson drives the baseline, push shot with the right hand, rolls off the rim, and Bessinger clears it. Now to Turley. Van Brocklin now driving, might have gotten away with the travel, and now Reed will lead it. Reed with the push hand layup is no good. Schul with the board, and that's off, but this time he draws a foul. Oh, so they do call that on Cameron Brower. Number 14, that's his first. Second team foul. So now Ashton Schul, who did not score in that last period after scoring 26 points in last game against Mountain Ridge. He's going to get a couple free throws. And the first is good. Tillman Hewish will check in for the Pioneers. And Connor Brown, who had 9 points in that first period, checks back in for the Darts. And both free throws are good for Ashton Schul. Now Connor Brown out to and up with the right hand was number 25, Austin Taylor, who draws the foul. Looks like they'll call that on Tuck Howe. That's his first. So Austin Taylor will get a couple free throws. And out to Howe. Back to Anderson for three. And it's long, and a fight for the board. Taylor gets it. And he's going to bring it up himself, and a reach and foul on Ashton Schul will be called. That's his first, second team foul for the Pioneers. Bessinger inbounds it to Turley. Turley now driving inside, finds Bessinger on the baseline. And they're going to call a travel, shuffled his feet. Nice defense there by the Pioneers. should note that the Davis Darts are still missing their one of their guards, number 2, Bodie Sparrow, who injured himself. And surprised there's no call, but the 3 is down for Tillman Hewish. Surprised there was no call there, whether it was a travel or a trip or something, but referees let them play. Van Brocklin now, and it's taken away by Hewish. Hewish, he's going to pull up for 3 again, and it's off the rim. In a fight for the board, the Darts will get the possession. Now the referee having a little conversation with Traden Bessinger before he lets him inbound the ball. Turley's going to slowly cross the timeline. 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Turley gets double teamed. He's going to drive the alley with the right hand, and it's good for number 11, JT Turley. What a move inside. He got double teamed, and then the defense released a little bit, and he saw his opening and took it. Schul now. Out to Reed. And Reed throws it away as he was trying to pass it to number 10, Tuck Howe. Nate Rosenloff will check back into the game for the Pioneers. 3:58 left in the second period. And the Darts lead at 22-13. Now Brown, as they work it around the wing, inside to Brower. Brower gets it to Turley. As they work it around again, Bessinger, now he's going to drive the alley, kicks it out to Brown. Good recovery by the Pioneers. Brower. 3 seconds left, he's got to make a move. And they're going to call an offensive foul. Nice defense there by number 3, Tillman Hewish. The Darts almost had the advantage in part of that offensive set, but the recovery and help by the Pioneers was very good on that possession, defensive possession. Tillman Hewish now crosses the timeline. And a three-point shot, it's no good. They're going to call an illegal screen on number 22, Isaac Smith. That's his first personal. Third team foul. 3:18 left in the second period. And Turley, once again, slowly brings it up for the Darts. Brown now to Bessinger. Gage Van Brocklin, nowhere to go, gets it out to Turley. Turley's going to drive all the way. I think they're going to call that on Anderson. We'll confirm. Yes, they'll call that on Trevor Anderson. That's his first. Fourth team foul, so that was the last foul to give. 2:58 left in the second period. Bessinger all alone with the right-hand layup. Traden Bessinger with his second bucket in this period. And the Darts take another double-digit lead. 2:44 left in the second period. Rosenloff uses the screen. They switch it. Rosenloff with a step-back jump shot and short. Turley with the board. Turley now is going to drive all the way. Kicks it out to Dylan Peterson, and now they work it to Bessinger. Peterson back to Turley. Turley loses it off his foot, gets possession back. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bessinger to Gage Van Brocklin. Bessinger got to put up something. Brown for three, and it's long, and a fight for the board, and they're going to call it jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Darts. 1:55 left in the first half. Pioneers have done a great job of some of their defensive possessions and Bessinger goes all the way with the layup. And that puts the Darts up 26-13. We'll be back in just a moment on the Rewind Sports Network.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Schul now finds a cutting Anderson out to Isaac Smith. Smith now going to drive the baseline. Reverse layup. They're going to call him with the extra step. Traveling violation. 1:33 left in the first period, or first half, I beg your pardon. Now Gage Van Brocklin will bring it up for the Darts. Over to Brown. They work it around to Turley. Back to Van Brocklin. To Bessinger in the post. Van Brocklin, a cutting. Dylan Peterson gets his first bucket of the game. Nice cut there by Dylan Peterson. It's just an excellent example of moving without the ball. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And inside, Schul will draw the foul in the act of shooting. They will call that on JT Turley. That's his third. So we'll see if Coach Sims brings out Turley to save a possible foul. Schul's first free throw is good. That's his third point of this period. And the second is off the rim. But Rosenthal gets it. Nice block by the Darts. Now Anderson for three, and it's off the right side of the rim. And Turley will control it. Turley's going to drive all the way and draws a foul. That was the last foul to give. Let's see who they call that on. Yep, they do call that on Schul. That's his second. But it is the bonus, so two free throws coming for JT Turley. Turley has 6 in the game thus far. 40 seconds left in the first half. And the first is good for JT Turley. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Turley's second is good. So the Darts lead it 30-14. About a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 30 seconds left now. Schul almost loses it. Gets it back to Hewish. In the corner was Derek Yeager. Inside to Rosenthal with the push shot. Nice bucket for Nate Rosenthal. Good answer by the Pioneers. They'll need a strong defensive possession and see what the Darts can get out of their offensive possession. Gage Van Brocklin, cross-court pass. And driving inside was number 21, Chase Olson. He has it blocked by the Pioneers. So, the Darts with a great first half defensively as they take a lead into halftime, 30-16. We'll be back here in just a bit. On KSLSports.com, I'm Adam Mason. Thanks for joining us. The Davis Darts lead it 30-16 here at halftime. So we're just about to start second half play. Leading scorers for each team. For the Davis Darts, I believe it should be number 1 Connor Brown, who had 9. Well, actually, Trayden Bessinger also has 9 points. So both of them lead the way for the Darts. JT Turley has 8. He does have 3 fouls, something he'll need to be mindful of. And for the Pioneers, leading scorer is Nate Rosenloff. He has 4. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you, whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles. Wadup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text them at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. Anderson gets that bucket to go. His first bucket of this period. And a 3 from the corner is off the mark, and the Darts come away with it. Turley gets the board, or drives the alley, and gets the scoop hand layup to go. JT Turley, what a move there. And now Tuck Howe on the right wing, looking for Rosenloff. Kicks it over to Reed. He's open for 3, and it's long. And the Darts will clear it. Bessinger crosses the timeline. Back to Dylan Peterson, and they work it around to Connor Brown. Bessinger cutting. Might have gotten away with a travel. Turley. Nice defense there by Anderson. Kicks it out to Peterson. Money! Dylan Peterson with his first 3 of the game. And the Darts take a 35-18 lead. Rosenloff gets trapped, and the Pioneers will call a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in just a moment on the Rewind Sports Network.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to the Rewind Sports Network. As the Davis Darts lead at 35-18 over the Pioneers. Now Reed hands it off to Rosenloff. Back to Howe, to Anderson. Works it around to Schul. Now Rosenthal, he's going to drive inside. Kicks it back out to Schul, and Turley steals it and goes all the way with the right hand. Are they going to call it goaltend? Nice attempt on the defensive end there by Ashton Schul, but the bucket will go to JT Turley. That was close. Rosenthal. Cross court to Anderson. Now the Pioneers almost lose the handle. Schul for three, and it's short, and Bessinger gets the board. And now they'll leave the break to Brown. To Brower with the right hand on the left baseline is good for Cameron Brower. So the first 20-point lead for the Darts, 39-18, 5:15 left in the third. And Rosenthal with a step-back jump shot. Nate Rosenloff, not Rosenthal, gets his first bucket of the period. Working it around, Cameron Brower back out to now Bessinger. A little upset with himself. He just mishandled that one. Turnover for the Darts. Griffin Reed calls out the play. To Rosenloff for three, and it's off. And Schul there for the board. The bucket is good. I think they'll count it. Yes, the officials do signal count the bucket for Ashton Schul. And Connor Brown gets called for his second. So the bucket is good for the Pioneers. And Schul's free throw rims in. Now the Darts have possession. Bessinger drives the baseline to Brower, and loose ball. The Pioneers do come away with it. Rosenloff, he's going to drive all the way, spin move with the right hand, and they're going to call a foul. I believe that's going to be on Brown. We'll see what the officials call. Indeed, it's Connor Brown. That's his third. So, little momentum going towards the Pioneers. And Rosenloff will step up to shoot two. The first one is off the mark. And his second one is good. So he has three in this period. 39-24, 4 minutes left in the third period. Turley now finds Bessinger, back to Turley. As they'll let the set up their offense. The Pioneers are in a zone. Bessinger at the free throw line, back to Turley. Schrader away for three. Splash! JT Turley now has 7 in this period. And a timeout is called. The Darts do take a 42-24 lead. As I mentioned, that's 7 points for Turley in this period. And he had, at halftime at least, he had 8. So 15 thus far for JT Turley. He's already at his season average of 15 points per game. And we're still in the third period. Pioneers had a few good possessions, getting some steals and also leading out, and got some opportunities at the free throw line as well. See what they can see what adjustments they make. They've been playing a zone. We'll see if they keep that up. It's not actually a bad plan for if you're Coach Bromley. They had a lot of points in the paint. In that first half, they had 20 points in the paint. The Darts did. Their ability to drive is just is just unmatched, and so playing a zone forces them to work it around a bit outside. And that three is off for Anderson. And Bessinger will hand it back to Turley. Bessinger. They're going to call a foul. Number 15, Ashton Schul, that's his third. That's the first team foul. Now on the sideline, Bessinger will inbound. Turley is going to drive all the way, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Maybe just stuck out that elbow a little bit to clear some room. And that time, coming out of a zone defense, the Pioneers were in a man defense. So maybe shuffling things around to confuse the Darts. That was the fourth foul on JT Turley. Again, who is leading the way for the Darts with 15. Tillman Hewish, now to Rosenloff. Inside to Schul. Schul with the spin move does not get that to go as it's blocked by the Darts. Nice defense there. And a broken up pass by Anderson. As that pass was intended for Austin Taylor. Good defense there as Taylor, if he would have got that, would have had 2 points. Now to Brower. Gage Van Brocklin now with the yo-yo. He goes around the screen. And Bessinger now inside. Kicks it out to Brower for three. Tickles the twine. Number 14, Cameron Brower, with his first three of the game. And they're going to call a personal foul on number 3, Tillman Hewish. Or sorry, not Tillman Hewish, Gage Van Brocklin. Schul now for three, and it's off. So Gage Van Brocklin will control possession for the Darts. Now to Brown as they work it around to Taylor. 2:03 left in this third period. Bessinger inside to Brower. Brower will square up to the hoop. He drives inside the paint, loses the handle. Anderson gets it. Nice steal and defense there by the Pioneers. And a reach-in foul is going to be called on Traden Bessinger. That's his second. 1:48 left in the third period. The Darts I beg your pardon, the Pioneers are now in the bonus. So a couple free throws coming for Tillman Hewish. His first free throw is long. Pioneers have left some points on the board from the free throw line. Haven't kept track of the free throw misses, but it's been 5 or 6. So the second bounces off the rim, and now Gus Van Brocklin will clear it to Gage. Now to Brown. Cutting to the hoop was Bessinger with the right-hand scoop shot. No good. Nice defense there by the Pioneers. Ashton Schul now goes all the way, untouched with the right hand. Ashton Schul now with 5 in this period. Anderson almost got a steal there. It'll be out off the Pioneers. Checking in is Isaac Smith for the Pioneers. .114 left in the third period. Inside to Gus on the sideline. Now to Bessinger. Trading Bessinger straight away. Hands it off to Gage. Nice cut there to Van Brocklin for three. And Pioneers get it. Rosenloff leading the break. And he'll get it set up. Back out to Hugh. That was Hewish driving the alley. He comes down hard. They're going to call that on number 23, Austin Taylor. Or, sorry, not 23, 25, Austin Taylor. That's his first. Tillman Hewish seems to shake it off. He did land pretty hard. I could hear it from up here. Those are the ones you feel in the next day. Hewish, it rolls off. .47 seconds left in the third period. And the second is off as well. But a rebound goes to the Pioneers. Schul now driving all the way. Had it stripped away and tried to dunk it and almost lost it. And now Hewish breaks up that pass. 36 seconds left, about a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. So Gage will inbound to Traden Bessinger. Bessinger, he's going to pull up for three. Splash! Traden Bessinger gets his second three of the period. So, shot clock's off, 20 seconds left. And I beg your pardon, that is Tillman Hewish holding it now to Schul. Schul goes around the screen. Kicks it in the corner to Anderson. Anderson loses the handle. Back to Schul for three, and it's long. And Bessinger will get an opportunity. Good if it goes. And it's far left, so that will end the third period. The Darts lead it 48-26. We'll be back in just a moment on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Adam Mason as we enter into the fourth period. The Darts lead at 48-26. This game on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Brown now to Bessinger. And fighting around the screen was Brower, and they're going to call that on Schul. If it is, that's his fourth. It is. So the Darts lead at 48-26. Now checking in for the Pioneers is number 14, Derek Yeager. Now to Bessinger. Gage Van Brocklin in the corner to Brower. Up top to Connor Brown. Brown nearly loses it, gets it back. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Brower now is going to drive inside, and they're going to call a carry. Guess he had the palm on underneath the ball there just momentarily. So 7:32 left in the game. Griffin Reed will bring it across. Yeager now trying to look inside. Kicks it back out to Griffin Reed to Rosenloff. Cutting Anderson with the left-hand layup. Oh, Trevor Anderson Nice layup there for Trevor Anderson. Inside to Trayden Bessinger. Bessinger with the jump hook off the mark. Rosenloff pulls down the board and he is going to push it outside to Anderson. Anderson fakes and drives the baseline inside. Loose ball, and the Darts come away with it. And now they'll set up the offense to Taylor. Taylor was open, but they're going to call a travel on Gage Van Brocklin as he attempted to pass it to Austin Taylor in the corner. Now Griffin Reed. JT Turley does check back into the game for the Darts. He's got 4 fouls. Rosenloff gets it out to Tuck Howe. In the corner for 3 is Reed, and it's off. Anderson gets the rebound. Bank shot is good. Oh, the bank is open for Trevor Anderson. He's got 4 in the period now. JT Turley with the yo-yo. And after playing zone a little bit in that third period, the Pioneers are playing a man defense now, and an open 3 by Peterson is off, and an outlet pass to Yeager over to Anderson with the shot attempt is off. And Coach Bromley very upset that no foul was called there. Turley out to Taylor. Taylor drives the baseline. Nice cutoff there by the Pioneers. Nowhere to go. And how did he get that up there? Connor Brown. Nice shot for Connor Brown. 5:05 left in the fourth. Rosenloff for 3, and it's off to the right. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text them at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. Taylor now trying to drive and get Isaac Smith is going to get called for the foul. That's the first team foul, second on Smith. And trying to check into the game is Ashton Schul. He'll come in for Rosenloff. 4:40 left in the fourth. Turley now finds a cutting Peterson, and they're going to call that out off. Oh, they're going to call that off the Darts. I thought that was broken up by the Pioneers and off them, but they'll call it off Davis, and the Pioneers will get possession. Lehi trails at 50-30 against the Darts right now. 4:24 left in the period, or in the game. And that block shot, nice defense there by the Darts. Blocked away Ashton Schul's shot attempt. Ashton Schul also has 4 fouls. So something to monitor for the Pioneers. Now Tillman Hewish will inbound. And a pass out to Schul, almost taken away by Brown. And a 3 for Yeager is off the mark, but they're going to call a foul on Connor Brown. Say got him on the arm. So Connor Brown, that's his 4th. So Derek Yeager will get a 3 free throw attempts. The first one rims out. Again, a lot of points left on the board with the free throw attempts here for the Pioneers. The second one for Yeager is good. Decker Yeager gets his first point of the game. He'll get one more. And that's good. Now Turley with the yo-yo. They're going to call a personal foul. They will call that on Derek Yeager, number 14, for Lehi. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul for Lehi. Now to Taylor in the right corner. Gets it out to Brower. Back to Brown. JT Turley and a dangerous pass, and Schul steals it. He's going to go all the way with the two-hand slam. Tried to dunk it in the third period there and was not going to be denied that time as the Pioneers get within 16, 3:42 left in this period. Schul, after having a kind of a bit of a rough first half, has had a decent second half here. So far in the game, he's got 10 now. 7 coming in this second half. Bit of a comeback attempt here as after 3, the Darts led it by 22. They only have a 16-point lead now. As the Pioneers have outscored them 8-2 here halfway through the first period or fourth period. This Rewind Sports Network game is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Pass ahead to Connor Brown, and the Darts will set up the offense. They're doing a weave around the perimeter. Nice help and recovery by the Pioneers. JT Turley gets it to Bessinger. Nice backdoor pass or backdoor cut by number 25, Austin Taylor. His first bucket of the period or of the game, as a matter of fact. And the bucket is good. And a foul will be called on Austin Taylor. And Anderson gets the bucket to go, and he'll get a free throw. Trevor Anderson has 6 in this period. And his free throw is good. Nice take to the hoop there by Trevor Anderson. And I think they're going to call that on Ashton Schul. If it is, that's it. He's out. Indeed, they do. They call that on Ashton Schul. So he's gone. Fouled out. 2:56 left in the game. Tough if you're Ashton Schul. You were so close to deflecting that ball and getting an opportunity to go down on the other end, and bumped into a player to get that 5th foul. Turley now. They're weaving out around the perimeter. So the Pioneers need to be careful of those backdoor cuts. Turley now, he's going to drive all the way with the left hand, and it's good. JT Turley with his first points of this period. He has 17. And blocked by Connor Brown. Isaac Smith almost had a wide open layup. Nice recovery there by Brown. 2:03 left in the game. Darts lead at 54-37. Connor Brown now to Brower. He has it poked away, and Isaac Smith will lead the break for the Pioneers. Smith now to Hewish. Tillman Hewish out to Anderson for three, and it's short. Rolls off the rim. Nice board there for number 14, Cameron Brower. Austin Taylor finds Connor Brown. And now the Darts will use the clock. 1:22 left in the game. Bessinger holding. Turley with the spin. Gets it out to Brower for three. Money! Cameron Brower with his second three of the game. Rosenloff now drives. Nice defense there by the Darts. Now Gus Van Brocklin along with number 21 Chase Olson will check in for the Darts. Coming in as well will be number 5 Dylan Peterson. Giving a break for these last 55 seconds and some playing time for some of their young players. And left-hand layup is no good for Trevor Anderson. Trevor Anderson gets teed up. Thought he was fouled, and then just, instead of getting back on defense, was just arguing with the ref. So number 21, Chase Olson, will shoot a couple free throws from the technical. 48 seconds left in the game. First one is short by Olson. He'll get another opportunity. And that's short as well, so scoreless on that trip. Possession will be retained by the Darts. 48 seconds left. To get it into Brower. Brower alone underneath. Left-hand layup is good. Cameron Brower gets his 5th point of the period. Decker Yeager now for three. Splash! He's got 5 in the period. Brower now will hold it. Only 12 seconds left. The officials do have the count. He's got to clear it. They do call the 5-second count. Brower wasn't looking at the official, and I saw the official counting it. 4.6 seconds left. Hewish will get an opportunity for a shot if he wants it. He will take it, and it's good. So, the Pioneers, the Davis Darts win it 59-43. They scored the Pioneers did score 17 points in that period, and the Darts scored 11. Leading scorer out of all scorers was JT Turley. He had 17, and that's after he went to the bench with some foul trouble in the 3rd period. So good game for him, and an all-around effort by the Darts. Connor Brown, he had 7 in the first half, 9 in the first half. He ends up with 11. And Trayden Bessinger finished with 9 as well. So, nice scoring effort around for everybody. Leading scorer for the Pioneers was Ashton Schul, who finished with 10. That's going to do it for us on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. The Davis Darts take another win as they improve to 11-4 on the season, and the Pioneers drop to 6-9. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next time.